minister in song. They reached all the way in the back of the closets, pulled out some kente cloth and some African attire to bless us during this wonderful month of African American history, and we appreciate that. We appreciate that. I guess I should make it clear that I'm proud of my African American heritage, but my earthly culture pales in comparison to my heavenly culture. That first priority is that I'm a citizen of heaven. I know some of y'all still worry about being in the Chief's kingdom, but I'm proud to be a citizen of the heavenly kingdom. Amen. For it is there that I find joy and peace and happiness. It is there where I find a dynamic relationship with the God of my salvation. Is anybody glad to be a citizen of heaven? If you'd be so kind this morning as to turn with us to the book of 1 Peter, 5th chapter. I want to begin reading at verse number 6. That's 1 Peter. 1 Peter 5, beginning at verse number 6. And when you found it, do as these others and say, preach it, I got it. If you'd be so kind to stand on your feet with us as we honor the Word of God. Good to see our dear friends, Pastors Calvin and Sandy Wainwright up in here. It's always a blessing to have them in our midst. We good?
Amen.
1 Peter 5 and 6 reads as follows. It says, humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you.
Thank you, God.
The writer goes on to say, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walking about, seeking whom he may devour, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. But the God of all grace, the God of all grace, who hath called you unto his eternal glory by Christ Jesus.
Thank you, God. Yeah. Thank you, Lord.
After that, ye have suffered a while. Make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Beloved, I want to talk to you at least this week, maybe several more weeks, from the theme, pardon the interruption. God is at work. Pardon the interruption. God is at work. Thank you all so much for that. perhaps while you were in your den or living room or wherever you have your TV, you're there. You're watching whatever you watch, whether it's a sitcom or a soap opera or a football game or whatever. When the announcement comes over, sounds kind of like that, but it says, pardon the interruption, but we interrupt this broadcast to bring you a message from wherever. So whether it's breaking news about a shooting or a hurricane or whatever, or whether it's a message straight from the Oval Office, we are forced to stop watching that we wanted to watch. Our normal viewing, our normal thing to watch whatever the network or whatever the president or whatever the news story demands that we watch at the time. I hate it when that happens, especially if you're getting into it, you know. Like they're on the 5-yard line. Patrick Mahomes got the ball back there and is pardon the interruption. Or whether it's one of your ratchet shows, the Housewives of wherever, and she's just getting ready to give her a piece of her mind, and then it comes, pardon the interruption, we interrupt this broadcast to show you what we want to show you, to show you what we think is important. And it's almost as if your viewing is not important at all because you're at the whim of whoever holds the controls. You can't watch what you want to watch no more because they decided for you that this is what you're going to watch. I hate it when that. Matter of fact, I just hate interruptions, period. Back teasing with Renard this morning. Renard's our video expert, and thank God for him and all the technology that he's trying to help us get going. But he noticed that every time I got ready to get ready to come out here, there was another interruption. Somebody wanted to say this, or give me that, or ask that. And it gets you off track because, you know, you come here with your mind ready to do one thing, but actually you pulled in the direction that you hadn't planned on going. Wasn't nobody planning on saying that. Wasn't nobody planning on handling that then. That's something I was going to handle later, like Monday, Tuesday, Friday. I really wasn't trying to do that today because I had my own schedule. I had my own intention of what I wanted to accomplish today. Oh, you call it a plan. I had my own plan, my own roadmap, my own agenda of what I was going to do with my time today. My time, my attention, my agenda, and my agenda was thwarted by somebody else. Whether it was the broadcaster or just someone else that needed something. What I had intended to do was cut short or interrupted. Have you ever been interrupted? When you're going to do something good, you got interrupted. You got stopped in your tracks. You got thwarted. And sometimes the danger is you never get back around to doing that which you planned. And although I hate interruptions, it's just a fact of life that you will be interrupted. And what I stopped by here to tell you this morning is that sometimes the perpetrator of the interruption is God himself.
Thank you, Lord.
And often God will interrupt our plans to accomplish that he deems important. Somebody in the back said necessary. What he thinks. And I guess we shouldn't get all that excited about it because of that word that he is sovereign. In other words, he does what he wants to do when he wants to do it, regardless on how you voted or not. Irrespective of your opinion about how things should go, God orchestrates things. He fixes things in order so that his will is accomplished in the earth. Y'all not feeling me, right? In other words, he says, I am Alpha. And I am the Omega. I will do what I want to do. I really don't need your vote. I really don't need to hear your opinion. I'm going to do what I'm going to do because what? I'm God. And I'm God. Y'all preach this thing. I'm God. I don't need Allah. I don't need Buddha. I don't need Hare Krishna. I don't need nobody else's opinion about it. I am. Someone referred to him as the potter. He is the one that molds and shapes. He is the one that puts things together in a manner of his choosing. And the question then comes, does not he have the right to shape his beautiful artwork in the fashion that he would have? He is the potter. And I got to remind us today that we are the clay. How dare the clay have an opinion on when God speaks, or what God says, or what motion God wants us to. God finds it necessary to interrupt our plans to accomplish his purpose. Proverbs 16:9 says it this way. It says, the mind of a man plans his own way, but it is the Lord that directs his steps. In other words, you can plan all you want to, unless God breathes into you, unless God keeps you going, unless God keeps you alive. You're not going to go where it is you think you're going to go. Somebody ought to hunch their neighbor and say, we need God every step of this little message, and I said, there are countless examples of God interrupting folk in His Word. Well, what do you mean? There's them 10 lepers. They ain't asked for no leprosy.
Come on, teach, Pastor.
God interrupted their whole life by allowing this disease to hamper their growth, to threaten their life. He allowed it.
Come on now.
He interrupted their lives with sickness.
Yeah.
The woman with the issue of blood.
Yeah.
Oh, what an interruption.
Yeah.
She was just going along her own business.
Yeah.
But then, pow! Sickness began to rule her lives. The countless numbers of folks who were blind or crippled or lame or without hearing, God allowed their lives to be interrupted.
Yeah. All right.
He could have held it all back, but He didn't.
All right. All right.
And sickness came. Then there are others who were interrupted by violence and community ills. Like the one guy who was beat up and left on the roadside. And all the religious folks passed him by.
Yeah.
But the one who wasn't supposed to be religious, wasn't supposed to have no connection with God,
Yeah.
stopped by and bandaged his wounds. So the man that was beat up was interrupted.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the Good Samaritan was interrupted too.
Yeah.
He was interrupted by violence. But the Good Samaritan was interrupted by the notion that I can't leave him like that. I can't leave him just bleeding like that, hurting like that, maimed like that. I can't leave him even if it means that my schedule is interrupted. Then you got folks like Mary and Joseph,
Yeah.
whose lives would never be the same. Just because God said somebody say, Hail Mary. Thou art highly favored. And something's going to happen in you that will not happen to anybody else. Mary was just going about her own business when kabow, kablang, pow, zap, whatever other Batman terms you can come up with. Life turned.
Yes.
And her life was interrupted. Joseph, same thing.
Yeah.
Thought he had him a good girl. Oh, what happens when your good girl,
All right.
wake up pregnant
Yeah.
and it ain't yours? God put him in position to have to deal with a funky situation. Joseph had to learn how to trust in a God that he couldn't see. And his life was never the same. Because that other Joseph, all he Your dreams can get you in a whole lot of trouble. But I say to you, dream on, because it might just be an interruption from our God.
Yeah. Well, come on now.
Moses saw the burning bush. Joseph had a dream. Esther was chosen as queen. Jesus hosted funeral processions. An angel disrupted the grieving at the tomb. Interruptions, my brothers and sisters. Floods our life. I believe I'm even looking at some folk in the room who have been interrupted.
All right. Come on, Pastor.
Interrupted by criminality. Would y'all be praying for Brother Terrell? Young man became a member not too long ago. Just found out that his darling sister was tragically killed. And even as we speak, in another city, dealing with the ramifications of criminality and trauma. Trauma interrupts our lives. Is there anybody in the room that's been interrupted by trauma? Stuff you can't unsee. Stuff that nobody's helping you with. Stuff that plagues you, keeps you up at night, keeps tears flowing in and out of your eyes. Oh! Interruption. Believe I'm looking at some folks whose lives have been interrupted with sickness. Sickness has plagued you. And every time you think you got it curbed, here comes something else. Some other pain, some other diagnosis. The doctor tell you stuff I can't pronounce what you just said. What do you mean?
Speak back. Yes, sir.
Interrupted by failed relationships. Folks who treat you bad,
All right.
isolate you, talk about you, hurt you, and then just pack up and walk off and leave you to yourself.
Come on now.
And then there's others who you wish would leave you to yourself. But they won't go. You invite them to leave, they won't go. So you have to pack up and
Come on now.
walk away. And your life has been interrupted by all kinds of stuff.
Well,
Next time we face an interruption, let us remember that people matter the most.
amen.
All right.
And that God just might be lurking in the shadows of this unplanned moment. So that we begin to learn some things about who He is and who you are. Anybody ever wondered how strong you are? You fool around and go through something, and you will absolutely know how strong
You're right about it.
you are. This fellow named Paul Tripp puts it like this. He said, you and I don't live in a series of big moments. Big dramatic moments. We don't careen from big decision to big decision. But we all live in a series of small events. Little bitty, endless little moments. And that the character of a life isn't set on the big moments, but the character's life is then set on 10,000 little moments. The everyday life mountains. All of us won't have a Selma Bridge crossing, but we might have a crossing by a Prospect moment.
Come on, Pastor.
Many of us won't land on the moon, but you just might land yourself on a couch someplace where people are needing something from you. It's the little moments. It's the moments where we can be tender when we decide to be harsh. It's the little moments where we can be forgiving, but we decide to do something else. It's those little moments that display who we are and what we're all about.
All right.
Looking back at the text, because that's why God's calling us to humble ourselves.
Man.
You know, sometimes I get upset because it feels like we're just pawns or chess pieces on a board that God manipulates for His bidding. And that's a jacked up way of looking at what God does. God is at control, but He doesn't see you as a pawn. You got to understand that everything God does, He does strategically. And He does it for your good. Hallelujah. He does it for your good. And so it is ours to just humble ourselves. Stop thinking that we're all that, or that we deserve more, or that we should be entitled to have this and that. And realize that God is at the controls. And that He knows what to give us, and He knows when to give it to us. And He knows where to place us, and He knows what our destiny will be. So we got to humble ourselves. Why? So that He might exalt you when in due time. Many of us want to be here too fast. When sometimes you have to stay here till you learn how to manipulate things here.
Come on, Pastor.
If you get your new car too soon, they will come back and take it away because you won't know how to pay for it. Or you won't know when to put oil in it. But when you learn things along the way, you know how to handle where you're at. I want to tell us, learn how to handle where you're at. And God will elevate you. Handle where you're at. God will elevate you. When in due season. And then He suggests to us that maybe we ought to back up from trying to handle so many things our own and learn how to cast our cares on Him. Those of you who fish know that term. I'm a city boy that likes to go to Mad Jack's or Bluefies or someplace. I cash my money, draw back a fish. Some of y'all want to go out to the lake, sit on the dock of the bay, rear back, and cast that bait as far as it can go, hoping that you bring back something that's edible and good. But God's saying, cast your cares on Him. Throw all your worries and your concerns toward Him. Anybody in the room worry too much? Come on, be honest with me. You find yourself worrying about even the littlest things. I think the deal is you finally come to the understanding because this verse 10 just pricks me to the heart. The latter half of it, as it says, after you have suffered.
Amen. Yeah.
It doesn't say if you
All right. After.
suffer. But it almost presupposes that you're going to suffer.
Yeah.
You know, and I wish I could be the one to suggest to you that in this life you're not going to go through no suffering. I wish I could tell you that, but I'd just be alive from the pit of hell.
Amen.
Because in this life you will suffer. You will go through.
Yeah.
Mark my word, this is, I don't feel good saying it, but it's the truth. You know, you will have some deaths in your family. You will have some financial stuff go on. You will have some kids that don't know how to act right. You will have a husband. Oh my God. You will say, something going to pop up in your life that causes you pain. But understand this. There's now, but then there's also after. There's now, and then there's after now. In other words, you might be hurting now, but that's temporary because there will be an after. You're passing through fiery furnaces. You're passing through lions' dens. You're going through stuff that seems unreasonable, through stuff that feels unbearable, but you're not designed to stay there because there will be an after. Somebody ought to get happy about after this. After this, my glory will come. After this, my crying will be over. After this, my body won't hurt so bad. You suffer a while, he makes you, y'all looking at this right there?
He makes you perfect.
Makes you
Perfect.
perfect.
Thank you, God.
He perfects you through trials. That's one of the ways he does it. Through your trials, he makes you
perfect.
I can't tell you the amount of stuff that I've learned because of the hell that's come in my life. It is because of the hell that's going in my life. I know how to do this, that, and the other thing because I had to go through it. And you learn the lessons while you're in it. Sometimes it ain't good for just jump out the fire. Sometimes you got to stay in the fire. Learn what you need to learn so that when you come out of the fire, you'll be shining like people know. That they don't even dignify it by putting an E in established. They just said, it's a Negro wrote this, he wrote this. One of y'all's cousins wrote this for establishing. And you need to say, establish. He gonna establish. He gonna put your foot on a rock.
Yeah.
So that stuff can't shake you up like it used to. Boy, y'all can see what I see. I remember there's a whole bunch of y'all used to come crying about, oh, Pastor, just whining and crying and snotting and carrying on because this or that has happened. Now you've learned because God's been establishing you. And hell might jump up in your life, but you're not giving up. You're not throwing in no doubt. You ain't gonna be whining and complaining and boogers all over the place because you know that you're passing through a place and that you're not designed to stay there. Is there anybody in here that's got that big girl drawers on, big boy drawers on, and you say, I'm going through in the name of Jesus? I'm not falling off this deep end because I'm established. Established. Yeah, I like that.
Thank you, God.
He strengthens you.
Yeah.
And he settles
Thank you, Jesus.
us.
Thank you, God.
My brother was talking a few days ago. She said, well, I remember when you were young, you wouldn't be still saved alive. I was always trying to go here, go there. I had a little basketball in my trunk, and I would go pick up games. I want to do this. I said young. Couldn't be still. I always wanted to go some place, but now I'm settled.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm settled. I'm settled. I sit on that couch all night long. I'm settled. I ain't got to run here and there. I can do what I need to do from right there. I'm not saying I don't get stuff done, but I'm settled. I don't have to just zip around on any whim. I used to get upset. People say this, say that. Say what you want. I'm going to be me. Do what you think. I'm going to be me. I know who I am. God knows who I am. I know what I'm doing. I know what I ain't doing. I know I'm settled. Is there any folks in the building that's settled now? Because God has matured you. Just be all mad all the time, ready to fight somebody. Because the way he looked at me wrong. God is maturing me. Is he maturing you? Somebody ought to get happy about the fact that you ain't what you used to be. But a wonderful, 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 wonderful. After you suffer for it. Who likes to suffer? Let me see the hands of all y'all that like to suffer. Praise God. Didn't know we ain't gonna have not one idiot in here. Just praise God for that. Praise God for that. Then he talks about our adversary. Well, to a certain extent, you ought to be glad when trouble comes in your way, because it means that your adversary is still your adversary. The reason that trouble's not coming in some of y'all's life because the adversary is your friend. For some of you, he's your daddy. And you make sure say, yes, Daddy. Y'all ain't even talk to me. And so you got him on speed dial. How many of you drove him to church with you? It says he's our adversary because his will is not in line with God's will. And if God's will and his will aren't in line, I'm going to try to be where God wills. And so it says that we must be sober. I ain't just talking about the alcohol. I'm talking about the alcohol, but I'm not just talking about the alcohol. Your lives need to be sober. And seriously thinking about what the next move is going to be. How I can best take care of my family. How I can best be what God would have me to be. How I can learn more and more about what his desire for me is. I want to live a life of sobriety, understanding that every wrong turn can lead you to a path of destruction. Am I talking to anybody in here today? God's going to make us perfect. Anybody remember our theme for this year? God is doing a what? A great work. God is doing a great work in me. He's going to perform it to the day of Jesus Christ. That's what he's doing. He's building us. He's making us. Anybody feel better than you were? Or are you feeling stagnated? Well, my brothers and sisters, if you're feeling stagnated, I just want to give you this. Refuse to give up on your faith. Some of the stagnation comes because you've been in the same place for a long time. And your attempts to get to the next hurdle, get over that hurdle, have been failed. They've been delayed. But somebody needs to get happy about the fact that delayed does not necessarily mean denied. And just because the thing takes a long time don't mean that you can't have it. Some things you want to take a long time. I'll say it this way. All right, if Brenda had told me yes the first time I asked her, I'd have took it and ran. But she made me wait. It took a long time. That's how I know I can trust her.
Come on, Pastor T.
Some things you just can't just jump up and do. God has to prepare a thing for you. Y'all didn't like that much, but
That's all right.
refuse to give up on your faith, even if things don't work out the way you want. He's still worthy of your praise. And lastly, you can make it through his grace. I'm getting ready to close now.
Come on.
Y'all like to hear that. I'm getting ready to close. You can make it by his grace, and you can make it with prayer and perseverance, because it's all good. That Romans 8:28. And we know. I should have got more than one person. Because Romans 8:28. It says, for we know. And I didn't say that we're thinking about it. It says that we're convinced. We know that some things. Is a sum of all. It's a sum of all. That all things Your suffering's been good. Those delays been good.